in this chair. I only have, I'd say, another night in this house, sitting in this place, because I'm moving house, hopefully in the week after next. So yeah, so we make the best of it tonight here. It's lovely to connect with spirit, no matter where you are. I feel it's like making your home. When you make your home, when you feel at home anywhere, it doesn't matter whether it's in a palace or whether it's, I'd say, a mobile home. Wouldn't like to be in a tent in honesty, but it is about feeling at home. It's the feeling that goes with it rather than the location itself. Tonight, and just until we have someone joining us, I'll just talk for a moment on. Hello, Jennifer. You're very welcome. I'll just talk a little bit about where the love of spirit comes in demonstrations. It's that essence that you bring with you to a demonstration. Let it be online or let it be in person. The love that comes in is so strong that it blends your family, my family, all our individual families come together and create this lovely space. So, you know, whether a message comes through for you or not, they're there, and just open up your heart and your mind to receiving the love that they're coming in with. And that's something that is precious, and it is always and ever part of our lives. And while we're here and when we go over the other side, we'll be in the role of sending the love then too. Okay, let us see. I don't know. It isn't rolling who I have. Hi, Tanisha. Can I come to you, Tanisha, please? I hope, because your name's gone, I'll just write down your first name. Tanisha, forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I have a lady that wants to link with you, and the lady would be, she would be well built, not tall. No, I'm talking, she's about 5'4", 5'5", that height. I feel with her, she would have had a padding. That's the easiest way of saying it, isn't it? I know the feeling myself. She would have that lovely, cuddly feel to her. I feel she's your nan, and I feel she's your nan on your mum's side. That's good, because me and names can be a bit of a problem at times. But I feel this is your mum's mum. I feel with her, she was a real family orientated lady. I feel that with her, she's talking about 5 children now. I'm not sure in what way, whether she had 5 or whether there's 5 grandchildren, but she's talking about 5 children in particular. And she's saying too that they were the love of her life. And there was times where it was hard for her to be with them. It was hard for her to actually, I feel there was a lot of hard work with this lady, that she wasn't able to spend as much time. Now, I'm getting the feeling now, as I say, that she comes along and she's quite good at communicating, because she makes me aware that it would be grandchildren she's talking about, 5 grandchildren. And I feel that this is why she's corrected me, because she had a hard life when she was rearing her children, and she didn't have the time or the energy to enjoy them. Whereas with the grandchildren, she's there. It's Dad's side, right? Okay. would you understand then your dad, now when she comes in like that, I feel your dad would be very much in tune with his, and this is not a criticism, but he'd be very much in tune with his feelings, how he's able to communicate his feelings. And it wouldn't always have to be saying "I love you," but the holding, the hand on the shoulder. That I feel he's very aware of the need for affirming to everyone that they're there, and he knows what they're going through. So this is the feeling I'm getting from. So I was taking it up as being that touchy feely kind of energy. Okay, I feel with this lady, I'll go back to the lady, and because she's here and she says, come on, get on with it. I feel her hearing was affected. I feel as my right ear, I feel that there's something that was there that caused her hearing to be bad in the right ear. I feel too with her, she would have danced her way around the place. This is where she's gone back to the grandchildren. This is what she wants to talk about. So it's you're one of the grandchildren that she wants to get through to, and that's the lovely part of her being here. There must be a memory of ribbons, something to do with tying ribbons. She wants to take that memory back, and she also wants to talk to you about the need for you to step into your power, if that makes sense to you now, because what she's really saying is that you're far more capable than you give yourself credit for. And she says she knows that feeling, but she didn't realize just how much she had done for everyone. It was after her passing that she became aware of what everyone was saying to her, saying about her. I feel with her too that your beautiful name, and that name has a special meaning to her. And I feel that somewhere along the line there was an influence there coming through from her when you were being named. There is a lot of there has been a lot of ups and downs in the family. The ups and downs happens in families that it's hard to always understand what it's about. But through time, the understanding, the reflection will actually give you answers that doesn't always be obvious when you're going through a situation. I felt I lost myself since my boyfriend passed with all the deceit. Yeah, bless you. And that is tough. Yeah, sometimes it can be from people see things in very different ways, and it gets very convoluted when people are challenged. And I think that's where we need at times to step back. Don't take on their issues or where they're coming from. You have to see about yourself. And she's coming in here with yellow. And when I'm looking at yellow, you will often hear me, if you're with me, you will often hear me saying about yellow, it's about new beginnings. It's about opening up your heart and mind. Yellow is about the solar plexus chakra, if you're aware of the chakras, which I won't have to say if you're aware, you are aware. But the yellow that's coming, I'm even wearing a form of yellow. It's about opening up the essence of who you are, and not to be afraid. And this is what she's bringing in, this yellow. She came in with in 3 waves there, and it's to wrap you in it. And within that, it's about you. It's about knowing that you can stand above them all. you can stand at a level that you won't be pulled into what other people either think or say. It's best to break ties with, and even in a short term, with situations and people that say things that's to bring you down. It can be difficult, and I'm well aware of that. But just don't allow yourself to be affected by other people's way of life. There's also you're Tanita. There's also a Tanya that she's talking about. You would understand the name somewhere around her or you, the name Tanya. And I also feel that there's the name of Bobby. She's talking about a Bobby in spirit and a Bobby here. So there has to be two Roberts, Bobby. That has to be significant. Okay. I'm going to pass on to you a book. Lovely. I feel just be aware of presence coming in. Okay. And there she said Robert, she said Bobby, but then she went with, so I feel there's a Robert and a Bobby there, even though it's the same name, but I feel that there are two people involved. Now, I'm going to give you, because she did this in a strange way, they usually handed something into your hand. I'm giving you a book from her. The book is about, you will find it in your home, but it's a book with affirmations in it. And the affirmations is about taking that book in the morning, having it beside your bed, and going and just opening it up. Don't have any kind of set routine with it. Just open it up, and the page that you open it on is the affirmations that is right for you for that day. So this is one of the greatest gifts you can get when it comes in a random way, because that's your mind gone into the background. It's not controlling it. It's your spirit that's controlling it. Rob, yeah, I knew there was Robert here. All right. I didn't know whether it was Robbie or Bobby here, but I knew there was one here. I'll leave you with her love. Just heed what she has said. And okay, we will work with sending healing. Healing comes in many different ways, and we will work with sending healing to you, Tanita, with love and with strength and courage. Bless you, and thank you for working with me. Lovely. But make sure you're just getting it randomly, that you're going to be. Okay, let's just see if we. When I see the name, I have a strange way of working. When I see the name, Bernie, please, can I work with you? It's a strange way I have of working, because when I see the name, it comes to me that the name kind of reaches out, and that's the way. Okay, we'll see in a wee while, Anne-Marie, because it goes in a way that I don't know myself. It's just, hi, Bernie. It's okay to work with you. I have a gentleman that's here, and he's standing upright, very tall, very, very straight. His shoulders are back. He would be, I feel there has been a uniform on him in the past. I feel that he has to have that sense of presence, if that makes sense to you. He doesn't have to talk a lot, but you know he's there, and he's actually quite, he's quiet in himself. But anything he says it from the heart. There's no messing. Just excuse me for a minute. Okay. Do you know what he's doing at the moment? He's taking off his cap and tipping it at you. In other words, what I mean by tipping it is turning it over and putting it back on. So there's something he's saluting you for, something you have achieved or something. Okay, he's a joker. He says, I told you that I'd do this. And he's just there full of fun, but that fun, he says he has it back now. He has it back. He's not, he's full and hearty with his life and his spirit again. That was something that was robbed from him in life, and that was his journey to be here. There's a photo of you and him holding hands, and that photo is out on display somewhere. Because I'm looking at it and I see you. You would be early teens, I'd say, that age group. I feel that as I'm with him here, he was, even at that stage, he was standing tall. He was standing straight. You would understand his chest giving him problems, that I'm being drawn around here, and I feel as if I'm being crushed. Would you understand his heart, him having a heart condition? Because I'm either feeling there's just that compression here on my heart that he's impressing on me. I feel too, he was a man that he wore many coats. That's what he's saying to me here. He could turn his hand to everything and anything. And if, no, we had Robert already, but you would understand, you would understand the name Robert around him. And I feel with him that he would have spent time writing, because he's shown me him sitting. It's like I'm just crushed, and that was the feeling I was getting straight away. Bless him. But he says he's full and hearty now. He's coming back with that again. His spirit will never die, that's for sure. And there is a child here that's like him. There is a boy that is actually very, very like him. And I feel that boy is still a child. I feel that it's something that he's inherited, even though he might know his uncle, but I feel he inherited the spirit energy from him. I feel too, can you understand being near a railway line or hearing a train in the distance? Because it's the old style blower kind of thing I'm listening to. That's interesting. And just hearing the old, so you don't have that now in the modern trains. I just feel with him that he's very much around you at the moment. I feel for a couple of reasons. One, there's an anniversary of either a birthday or a passing around now. The other is that he's saying to you to look after yourself, because he's given the impression to me that you look after everyone else bar yourself. And with that, I feel that he's saying to you to breathe in the energy and save some of it for yourself. Because he's talking about the last 4 months as being a time where you have been pushing things to the limit, and everyone and anyone but Bernie gets the benefit of that. And he's also saying that you would have a lot of his traits. You would have that forthright way of talking, forthright way of standing. And he says, he's saying here, don't listen to her. But it's like that you're as straight as a die. And that's something he admires in you, because for him, he always knew he could count on you to give him a genuine, either a reflection on something or a genuine approach to in advice. I feel too that with him, he has to be in a okay. There's a 3-bedroom house. And there's something about that house at the moment, and whether it's that it's been renovated or that something happened that changed things around that house. I feel just that there's something significant, because he's impressing. He's shown me the house. He's shown me. He's actually shown me the bedrooms rather than the general house. I can't say if it's 2-story or if it's on the flat. He's shown me the 3 bedrooms, and that's significant apparently to him. I give it as I'm getting it. It's not for me. It's not for me to make sense of it. Yeah, I feel there's that. He valued what you would give him, and that's a great gift to give someone. It really is, when they can trust you at a level that you won't. I'm not going to say the word that's usually said about it, but when you won't try to put it in a fancy way, just to be yourself is what he loved about you. I feel there's the name of Anne or Anna. I didn't get the end of it. And okay, again, one in spirit, one here. And also there's a sense of there's a new life coming in. There's someone going to tell you about having a baby, because it's just, he's just put his hand out in front of me, and it's like to cradle a baby. And I'm not going to create a pregnancy where it's not wanted, so don't worry. It's going to be well loved and well looked forward to the event. So doesn't come with any undue pressure. I feel too that he is here tonight, and he says that he wants you to listen to what he has said about looking after yourself. He wants you to be in the space where you accept things for what's good for you, and let the rest go. Don't get caught up in what you have to do. It's what you want to do is what's important. And resuscitation trolley back in, no need. It's, as I say, it'll be well welcomed. It's not a problem, because he just put this baby in my hands like this, and with a lovely energy. Today's date is the 15th. the 18th of February, there must be a significance, because he took me to Sunday, and there has to be something significant about the 18th of February. If you can't think off the top of your head, just make a note of it, and you'll know when that it was him telling you about it. I feel with him, he wants to be remembered in his good days, in the times that he was the joker, even though he was straight, but he wouldn't create. He wouldn't make fun of anybody. It was himself he would have the joke on. And he said, I would never abuse someone's friendship. Okay, I want to leave you with that message about looking after yourself. I want you also to heed that he's here with you. He may not be in the physical form, but just think of it this way. If you have someone in Australia and living in Australia, just because they're not with you physically, doesn't mean that you don't be aware of them. You be aware of their presence, you talk about them, you have that communication system with them. It is the same, because when we leave, the only thing is the finality of when we pass over. But it is the same energy that we're working with. So just think of it that way. It's a precious gift that you have of being able to understand that spirit continues after life, and you wouldn't be here on the site. I feel that it's something. I feel I want to also give you. Okay, again it comes back. There is something about now, because he's shown me the bulbs, the daffodil bulbs coming up, and that is about. It is about a beginning, and it is about new life. So I don't feel it's connected to the baby. I feel this is about you having a new beginning about something, and seeing it as what it is for you, that you need that stimulus to actually get on with life and find yourself a way out of the mist that can come over you at times. I leave you with his love, and thank you for working with me, Bernie. Gin is great. I don't think I'd be talking too long if I was on the gin. Okay. Natalie, can I work with you, please? Now, I have a strange, so we just see can you understand it? I don't know, I wouldn't think it's not in present times, but would you have heard family talking about bleaching linen? It is a strange one, but they come in all different ways, and then once they get in, that's fine. They work. Can you understand that, Natalie? Okay. I didn't think anyone's going to understand that. As I said, I've given up trying to make sense of things. It doesn't. It's not up to us to make sense of what they could bring in. It's just a funny way. You would understand. This goes back now. I would say it would be back to your grandmother, but it's the stories. There must be stories about it. That's more what the way that it's coming in. That it would be someone that would be working in an industry that would be either flax or where linen is made. You're not sure. Okay. I want to see what. I'm a bit bemused with that approach. There's okay. There's a gentleman coming in who would be only in his 40s. He still has a good crop of hair, and I feel with him that I feel he went to spirit quickly. He's not going into too much about that. That's fine. I feel that with him, okay, he's talking about 3 passings very quickly. Okay. You would understand 3 passings very close together within a few months in the family, and that has really torn family into shreds over losing so many. I feel with them. I have a gentleman who liked different. He was unconventional. He didn't mind being different. He would have a lovely way about him that would go along and I hate to say it, I don't have to explain myself to anyone. I hope that makes sense, because I just want to have him placed in the right home. There's a large family, and I know the definition of a large family can be very different in places. But I feel he's talking about 8 families, so that's 8. There's 6 children. Okay. You would understand, if I'm with you, Natalie, you would understand either 6 children or 8 children in the family. Because he's coming in. Okay, there's 10 children. Right. He's shown me 8, and I wasn't sure whether it was 8, 6 plus parents. Right. Would you understand? I'm not getting a strong connection here. Would you understand someone in the family who there was a question about amputating either a toe or a foot? There's an amputation in question, and I didn't feel it went ahead. But this is my checker piece of evidence, because I want to make sure to have him, as I say, give him the right home. There would have to be someone that there was okay, right, so I am in the right home. I just felt, I knew there was talk about an amputation, but I didn't feel it went ahead. But yeah, it's enough to say that with that evidence, I feel, okay, I feel with your uncle. Okay, would you understand your uncle choosing his time to pass over? Because I'm getting that draining feeling of life, and feel that I'm just my life just ebbing away, if that makes sense to you. I feel too that this young man, he would have had a great interest in the arts. He would have loved listen to music, all types of music. He said, "Don't put me in just in one genre." He loved music from the rock to the classical. I feel with him too that I had to be. I have 2 children around him, so it's just all of this. And as I say, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into his energy. Would you understand him finding it hard to get close to someone? Because I just feel I'm misinterpreting what he's saying, and that's me that's doing that, not him. But I just feel that it's difficult to get the energy, get into that energy. Feel with them. Right, I'll just do one more piece of evidence and see what happens. Your granddad, he had both legs amputated. Would you understand that would be as a result, first of all, of a clot, and secondly of diabetes? Two different causes for both legs amputated. Because I just need to get into this energy more. I don't feel, and you would understand that. You would understand the two different causes for the amputation. Okay. See, I'm finding it difficult to understand the okay. I'll come to you, Natalie, and I'll see who's saying this to you. In the last 7 to 8 months, there has been times when you questioned what was going on around you. There has been times where you doubted yourself, doubted what you knew was fact. He's okay. Right. I'm going back a generation now. There has to be a gentleman in spirit that you actually, in an older generation, either your dad, your granddad, who you actually turned to when they were here. You turned to for advice and turned to share. You were able to share with them what you felt, and that's something that he's saying. He's saying to you now that you have great strength. I don't know if you're working in development of mediumship. Either or developing in psychology, or there's something about you working with the mind, working with helping people at that level, either in counseling or in therapy or in mediumship. It's to see what there is there for you, to be aware of you having that ability, because he says you're doubting yourself. And why doubt yourself? You're a spirit first and foremost. Always see yourself first as spirit. Everything else is what dresses up spirit. Our physical body, our mental mind, that's like putting on coats. That's all that is, because first and foremost we're spirit. And it's important to always remember that. I want to say to you that you have a lovely way of listening to people. Yeah, you see what comes to you. It's always about when the time is right, Natalie. No one tell you differently. When the time is right, you find you're introduced to people. You see, I remember going back in time, a book nearly jumping out of a bookshelf in the shop at me for whatever reason. But I went and bought the book, and it did open my mind to a lot of things at that point in time. You know, just be aware of it. See what it is, but always do it your way. There's a lot of there's a lot written. We always say, don't paper doesn't refuse ink. You get the information and then you absorb what's right for you. just sorry I'm not able to link with this young man more. But there's a reason for him coming in tonight. And maybe the reason will become more obvious as time passes. But he came in on the vibration of love. So that in itself is important to recognize for you and for everyone around, that you can pass on that love to. That's important. Thank you for working with me, and bless your uncle and your granddad. Come in there. All right, thanking you. Can I link with Jenna, please? Hi, Jenna. Okie doke. I love your purple, your little purple emblems there. You could do a reading on them, actually. Okay. The first thing that I'm aware of is okay. I'm seeing either you or your sisters, or your mother, I mean, suffered miscarriage. I feel there's the essence of spirit of a baby in spirit, and I feel that if it did come to full term, but I feel it wasn't full term. But anyway, that's the way it's floating, and that they're here to be with you, to work with you, and it's just that energy that's there, and that's I don't need to go into, but just to be aware if it is your pregnancy that is there, or if not, it's his brother or sister that's with you. I feel now there's a lady coming in, and I feel this lady quite a strong personality, and there's no doubt about this. She would be the typical housewife, and I say that with tongue in cheek, because what's a typical housewife? She would be a homemaker. She would have an open house for everyone. It would be something that she would love to see people dropping in and dropping out. And I'm with your grandma, and I feel as I'm with her that she would have a lot of people. She's in a built-up area. I feel it's more village than a town. I feel with her, her personality is that there's no getting away from. If you've done something, you knew it, because she was there to actually say what's up here or what's going on. There's 10 written in front of me here. So either that's the 10th of the month, or 10 on a door, or the month of October. It's significant. The 10 is significant because she just put it up here in front of me. I feel too with her, she had a chronic chest condition. I feel I have like COPD or emphysema, something in the chest that made life difficult for some time for her. Feel too, there is a lot of there would be a lot of love with her, love that was both ways, love of her and love from her. And I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her in a way that she would have to be all the time busy. My fingers won't settle. I'm all the time. It's either knitting or crochet. It's something that she's all the time doing. Is this making sense to you, Jenna? I also feel that as I'm with her, your grandma, lovely, because I just want to be. She's coming and say grandma. I say grandma. She wants to pass on big hugs, and I feel that was something that she loved doing. And she's sticking a flower in your hair as she's saying that. I want to be. I want to be able to say to you, there's teachers in the family. Either you teach or your family. It's strong within the teaching, within the education approach, because I feel she would want to share everything that she knew. Okay, she's saying here, there's no point in taking my learning to the grave. Share it. Yeah, she's very philosophical. But I feel at the same time, I say that she was a lady that would have been seen as either the local nurse or local people came to her with problems. That's what I'm seeing, and to solve their problems. So it's either the old time nursing system that used to be, or the old time educator. So this is what she's showing me at the minute. There is there's talk at the moment about moving. There's someone moving house. It's either you're moving house or someone close to you is moving house, and moving. The move is difficult for everyone to understand why. I feel with that it's families doesn't always understand why they have to move, or why someone needs to move away. Can you understand any of this, Jenna? Yeah, your grandmother, she would be a strong, very strong lady. As I say, no messing with her. It's just hard to link if it's not, the information is not coming back. Why am I drawn to see a journey to the sea, out to the sea? You can understand, okay. I just feel there's someone traveling, either the move or something is out towards the sea, and that's that will be a joy, as I know I lived beside the sea for a number of years. There's also the need at the moment for someone in the family. I don't feel it's you, but that needs to take a break away from what's going on for them. Hawaii, oh bless him. Does he want someone to carry his bags? That's well, I don't know where you are, but no matter what, Hawaii is far away from everyone. Yeah, I just feel that there is questions, but I think we all question when there's change in a family as to why. I'm just getting that feeling, Jenna, that there's it's strange. It is strange. You would understand, okay, quite a broad connection, we'll say worldwide, of family. It's like your family didn't grow up in one place and stay in that country. Because I feel there's connections in Europe, there's connections in Australia. So because as I'm looking there, I'm seeing the globe, and it's like I want to see all the different places on it, and there's family in so many different places hopping around. I'm getting the name Charlie. Now, either around you or around family. And one of the we had years ago in England, we had a guy, a comedian called Charlie Drake, and he always acted the maggot. Really, he was he'd be there and he'd be making fun of everything. He was far from it. He was a very sincere, genuine gentleman. But I'm feeling that there's someone in the family who would be like that and loved that childish. There was a childish energy about him when and everyone around him would enjoy it. I feel that's something that is good for. It's good to think about him, because if you think about someone in that way, it lifts your spirits. It really does. I don't know what the philosophy behind it, but I know it from experience. That's oftentimes I would think of a friend who passed over, and I have to smile because she only made me smile when she was here. There's also they're talking to me about a connection with mines. I don't know whether it's underground mines or over surface mining. I don't know, but they're talking about miners being part of their life. I feel too with, okay, the lady is there with it's like a locket, a small locket that has a picture in it. Either you have it or it's in the family, a picture of her in this locket. But you would understand that, as I say, it's okay. It's just okay. If you can get back to me on the info, because you can understand the locket, this beautiful locket. Yeah, I'm really aware of, as I say, either the baby in the spirit. There's a gift coming, and his name was Charles. Yeah, there has to be something about that funny character, because I'm really, I get that bubbly feeling when I say it. So he transferred that fun energy in his lifetime. There's a very strong connection there with that power within, and I think this for your grandma literally would have that strength and have that character. Right. So as I said earlier on, I'm nearly sure it was you, I said something about 7 or 8 months to take ownership of your strength and be aware of that energy, that you need to focus on you having that strength, because if you don't own it, it doesn't happen. There's the month of July and the month of August as well, and also the month of January. And I feel January is the anniversary of the passing. I feel July and August can have both passing and birthdays. And I feel too that it's just that whole thing about family connections being taken, pulled in together. Just because of distance, it doesn't mean that someone is gone out of someone's life. It's not the case. if you could even pass that on and let them know, well, you know your baby is with you. And very much so, and because that was the way this link started, with the baby, being handed the baby. So just be aware of the spirit of your baby, and there's nothing purer. I'll leave you with their love, because you have the awareness of them being with you. Just be aware that this baby is part of your life and part of your life's journey. We don't always know when life changes for us. So, your baby came into being for whatever reason. It's very difficult to know, but she's just left you in physical, but not in spirit. She's still there. Bless you, and thank you for working with me. Have I time for one more, Stacey, sorry. I don't know whether we've done, what time is it? No, we wouldn't. It's almost 8 o'clock. Okay, right, we'll see. We mustn't be too tight to time. Right. It's what happens with me is the name kind of jumps out at me, and I know everyone here. Lisa, your name has jumped out. There's a friend here that has passed. Yes, Lisa, I have a friend of yours here. She passed with cancer, and I feel that it started off with breast cancer. And I feel too that with her, you were like sisters. You had a lovely connection with each other. Pardon me. Would you understand this? I feel with her that now I know we had Jenna there. Can you understand a name either around you or this lady starting with a J? I just feel it. I need to get into the link. If you can get back to me fairly quickly. As I say, this lady passed with cancer, and I know those breast cancer there, but I also feel there was other cancers as well with her. Okay. No, it's 8 o'clock. I think because of the communication is not coming back and forth, it just go on too long. Well, I'd just like to thank you all for being here, because even though you didn't get a message, there's a healing energy that you will have benefited from. And when we have that healing energy in place, it will go to where it is needed. And it's non-committal. It's for the greater good of each and every one of us. So if you'd like to join me, I have a group called Celtic Spirituality and Mediumship Group. And we have a demonstration every Friday night. And we have an I take a meditation, relaxation and meditation hour on a Tuesday night. So you're welcome to join anytime. You'll get the details through Veronica's page. And in the meantime, I will see you next week, all going well. And I thank you for being with me and for sharing your time and from your loved ones. I wouldn't be here if they weren't here as well. Take care.